Hey guys, I'm Aaron with Old Oak Painting, and today I want to show you this $1 million home behind me that we just finished painting in just 7 weeks. The entire interior of this home. It was a really large project that I'm very proud of, and if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I will show you some tips and tricks and some things that may help you if you're getting started with your painting business, and how to land some pretty, great projects like this. So stay tuned.
All right, so just a heads up, we are in the process of getting this homeowner moved in. So there is some furniture being placed in the house. Some things are out of place, so just ignore that. Here in this room, we're going to come across one of the first fireplaces that we had to remodel. Here is an image of how it used to look, and you can see we even painted the ceiling coffers white. One thing this house has is amazing views. Okay, so these cabinets came out fantastic. These were all brown wooden cabinets, and we painted them in a bright white.
All right, guys, so as promised, I feel like there are some good advice would be three main topics that I think could help you with your new business or just getting started and landing, big projects. Obviously, we get into this labor sector because we want to make some money, and I feel that some of this information may help you trying to find that. Without further ado, I think the number one biggest point that I can make to get a big project is that you're probably going to have to travel. When I started this business, I had a Ram 1500, a V8 gas guzzler, and it didn't really hold very much. It had a 5.7 foot bed. I didn't have a cap on it. Drop cloths are going to get wet. It worked for the summer, but it did not work for the fall and winter months. And so I ended up going with a Dodge Caravan, a minivan. I thought I would never drive a minivan, but it works really, really well for a painting business. It's like having a capped 8-foot bed, that's good on gas and very comfortable to drive. It's got the captain's chairs, you can kind of relax. And but I think you do have to travel. If you are just trying to paint things in your immediate area, well, then you have to live in an area that has some really big projects, to paint in order for you to be successful. So you're gonna have to travel. I would recommend, a reliable vehicle, kind of like my Grand Caravan. I had to put some brakes on it, and it's good on gas, it's comfortable, all those points. So that's my number one. You got to travel. You got to step out and go find these big projects. Second point that I would make if you're trying to land larger projects like $1 million home or $2 million homes is going to be how you look, how you present yourself. Your first impression is really important. You got to show up. You got to be on time. You got to be friendly. That punctuality is really important. There are a lot of people not in this sector these days. I'm filming this in 2025, and you can kind of capitalize on that, just communicating really well, showing up on time when you say you're gonna be there, and then do the job is almost enough to land a pretty big project. Kind of a funny story, but when I got this house, I showed up and I was friendly, I showed up on time because they had to travel to get here, so you don't want to be late. You don't want to make anybody mad right out of the gate. And I was really good with their dog. When I came to the door, I'm good with animals and, pets in general. So when I opened the door, I was, hey buddy, how you doing? I was petting the dog. And, about a week later when they called me and said, yeah, when can you start? They said, why we actually hired you is because my dog loved you. And that's really sort of a funny point, but it showed them that I was, not some, jerk who is going to come into their home and make mistakes and just not be, a family oriented person. So being good with pets sounds kind of crazy, but, I think that's important to be a people person, a pet person. Yeah, so that's number two. My third point, my final point on this, I could, there's so many things that could, help you gain this sort of job. But number third, I'm going to say is community. Doing a good job on the small projects so people recommend you. Obviously, you're going to hear that a million times. But I think it goes beyond that. It's a little more important to be in with the right crowd. So in with, your builders, your contractors, your people who are working on these large projects already that will recommend you or call you and say, hey, I need this done, I think is important. And that also goes for gaining a relationship with real estate agents. People who, that's how I got this, I was friend with a builder who was friend with real estate agents, and when the house sold, they recommended me, so it's important to, I think it's important to know the right people. And I think real estate agents are really going to help you find these larger homes. They're not always selling large projects, but when they do, you're going to have your foot in the door and be ready to go in and start painting. So I hope some of this was helpful for you and can help you not only get started, but maybe grow your business or get started on some pretty big projects that can make you more money and just help you along the way. If anyone found this video helpful or just fun to see the house, because it is a beautiful house. I love working in it. As you can see, I've been doing a lot of other things now. Painting is so lucrative that you can start out painting, and now I'm hanging chandeliers. I'm doing minor carpentry here. We're going to remodel that upstairs bathroom. A lot of little other projects that kind of spawn out of just being a good communicator and respectable craftsman, I think is really helpful in today's world. So if you like this video and you found it useful, give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more of these type of videos, and I appreciate you, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.